Okay, sitting in the kitchen fidgeting with all my vegetables, wishing for top position.
Yo, what is up, ladies and gentlemen, people of the world? Subscribe at 6 in. Today is another Call of Duty Black Ops 2 gameplay commentary, and this is the first gameplay I've recorded with the Elgato game capture. I'm really happy about it. It's probably one of the best things I've actually got right now for YouTube. I mean, the thing is, everything I want in a game capture, this thing has got. Like, good quality, really small size, very few cables needed, and also the last one, which, you know, is small file size, because I have a pretty goddamn poor laptop right now, and yeah, memory isn't necessarily a big thing for me right now. Anyway, so what we're talking about today is the gameplay of, well, not necessarily the gameplay, but I'm going to talk about how I got the gameplay, which is basically finding bad players and pounding them. That's how I rolled, and that's how I, you know, went about this game. I mean, look at that. simple bad players. Anyway, so I'm going to talk about how I find Christmas noobs and how I capitalize on that. How do I play against them? Whatever. What do I expect? Now, in free-for-all and TDM, you know, they're the two game types where you'd most expect Christmas noobs, and that's how I find them. That's how I've literally, you know, throughout the past couple days, I've kind of figured that the best possible game types are TDM and free-for-all, and you'll find so many bad players in those lobbies because there's so many of them. And then, you know, the reason for that is that if you look at them, you don't want things to be complicated when you first start the game. If you don't know what you're doing, you don't know what you're doing. It's a very simple kind of thing, because if you don't know what you're doing, the whole idea is to keep it simple. Do things that you know what to do in. If it's like TDM, all you got to do is get kills and not die. It's a very simple thing. Same with free-for-all. You know, there's also, you know, a lot of technical things that you can manipulate to do well, like spawns and stuff like that. Parts of the map where you can just use the map to your advantage. But by and large, the main thing is to get kills. That's the objective, and that's what people want to do. So TDM and free-for-all, the two main game types that I have found for people to start playing in when they first start, you know, get the game. Also, a couple things that you might want to think is that people who've had previous Call of Duties and whatever, they've had like Modern Warfare 3 and they played that for a bit, and then they got Black Ops 2 for Christmas, they'll play Hardpoint, because Hardpoint is a new game type. And, you know, whoever plays a new game type, usually, you know, people wanting to experiment and stuff like that. And, you know, if you're not a brand new player, you probably end up wanting to play Hardpoint because it's something that looks, you know, interesting and new. And that's my other tip. So play Hardpoint, free-for-all, and TDM for, you know, finding bad players. And I know this is a pretty dodgy commentary to talk about, because people are like, oh, play against good players, it's really fun. But, you know, some people get an ego boost, you know, for playing against bad players and whatever. And, you know, most of the gameplays you see on YouTube are against bad players. If they were all good, you'd probably see, you know, games that are like 30 and 15 more often than you do. Anyway, so how do we play against good players? Bad players even. How do we do it? Basically, how I roll is I predict spawns a lot. But the way that you can predict spawns against bad players is thinking about the first thing that players do. What happens when they spawn? Right? Think about it. What's the first thing that somebody does when they spawn? They sprint. That's the first thing that they do. Out of instinct. That's the first thing you want to do, because you'll be like, alright, let's go. Let's run. Let's get to the place that we want to be at. And in free-for-all, you can manipulate spawns and stuff like that by just doing so. So if you did enjoy the gameplay, guys, you know, whatever, it was a fairly dodgy one because, you know, I wasn't really playing against, you know, high skill levels. But yeah. Till next time, guys. See you guys. Bye. If you did enjoy the video, please click like. That really helps me out. And see you guys.